Good morning, guys. Okay, so I'm going to attempt at talking about snacks for Carnivore Keto. I consider myself kind of carnivore keto friendly. Harold's waking up. So this is definitely going to talk a lot about Chicharones. So I'm sorry if you are not pork friendly. But a lot of these snacks do have that, but I do have a lot that don't have that as well. So this is kind of my cracker, chip, any like breading replacement, okay? So like I was saying, a lot about Chicharones. Steffi's videotaping for me. Don't put your fingers in front. And this is rind flour. I made it in the blender and just blended it down, and I can use this for orange chicken. I can use this for like a chicken salad if I want.
And healthy donuts.
That is very true. And just a little breading or pancakes even. It just gives it more structure and gives it more of that fluffy taste, probably even brownies and stuff like that. So my first two favorites, this is Aldi's. These are super fluffy. I don't like them when they're super crunchy. So I like these ones. And then this is like $2 con salsa. And this is also like $2. And this is French onion. And it tastes amazing. It tastes like classic chips with that. With the French onion. It's bomb. Okay, so that's going to be my first couple of tips. And you can stop recording.
And record.
Okay, thank you. So as I was saying, with the queso dip, I usually add in a little bit of pickled jalapenos. They just keep them in my fridge. But and then I put a little of the sriracha sauce, which I showed in the video. And then if I want to make a lemonade or a limeade, I just use this, and I use a little bit of stevia, and I blend it together and just filtered water. And so like if you want a juice, it's very simple. You just a little bit of lime oil. This is 0 carbs. Or if you want to do lime strawberry or lemon strawberry, you can get as fancy as you want. You would just blend the strawberries in the blender for a minute and then just add it in. It's 1 carb per strawberry, so just keep that in mind. However carby you're wanting to go, however much you're really desiring this drink. And then one other snack that I absolutely love is yogurt. So I know it has a little bit of carbs.
Same over here. I love yogurt.
Yes.
Especially peanut butter yogurt.
Oh, you're so right, Subby. So, which is also amazing to dip peanut butter. Like you can either put this stevia and cinnamon on it and then dip it into the peanut butter. It's almost like a graham cracker with peanut butter on top. That's kind of what it tastes like.
Yeah.
And I mean, of course, it's not going to be verbatim. This is for people that really want to do this for whatever reason, whether it be for sports or health. So this has about, I want to say 10 carbs per 2/3 a cup. About 10 carbs per cup. So it is going to have carbs because it has lactose, which is a naturally occurring milk sugar. So same with fruit. It's a fructose that's naturally occurring with the fiber. So fat slows down the absorption of sugar or carbs, and so does fiber. So in this case, you have a fat content to it, and it has naturally occurring probiotics, which is something that your gut needs.
Oh, Mommy, I forgot to say that you're making me jealous and you're making me want to eat peanut butter yogurt.
Okay, well, I'll make you peanut butter yogurt right now.
Thanks.
So that's really important for your microbiome. You need healthy gut bacteria in order to close your gut and to heal it and to kind of fight any damage you've done.
And when you put peanut butter in the yogurt, it increases the carbs, right?
A tiny bit. Peanut butter doesn't have a lot of carbs though, so that's a good thing. So I'm putting like a good little, like about a cup in there, and then I'm gonna put peanut butter about 1 or 2 spoonfuls like this, and I'm just gonna mix it, whip it.
Woo!
And I'm gonna add a little, I would add stevia powder if I don't want the vanilla, but I don't mind the vanilla extract. And this is a vanilla cream, and it makes them all taste amazing. I'm gonna put a full dropper. That's all I need. It's only a cup worth of stuff. If it was a bigger batch of something, I would maybe put 2 or 3. Probably about 1 dropper per cup with almost any recipe. Now, I just want you to know these are about $7, but they last quite a bit of time, depending on how much you use them. So there's a vanilla cream one, and there's a chocolate one, which I do
Oh, yeah, one of my favorites, the chocolate one.
So I do want to try making like a vanilla cream soda with this, which I haven't quite gotten to that.
That sounds good.
Yeah, but I think it'll be bomb. And this is chocolate, so if you wanted to make like a chocolate yogurt, I have tried it. It's good. And I'm going to just grab something, Sebby. Just stay right there. And this is strawberry whey protein, 0 carbs, because it's isolate, again, on Amazon. So I'm sorry if it's specialty items, but, and this is chocolate isolate, whey protein, 0 carbs. So you can make smoothies with this, with just whipping cream in a blender with this, and maybe a little bit of vanilla and chocolate, and a little bit of real cacao. If you really wanted to add chocolate chips or something like that, maybe stevia ones.
Ooh,
you could,
nice.
richen the flavor that way. If you were really going carby, you could add like a little bit of banana, like a little. I have frozen bananas in the freezer, so you can.
Oh yeah, they're pretty daggum frozen as well.
They're already in chunks, so you can just add it. It would spike your blood sugar a little bit. So every time you spike your blood sugar, you spike your insulin. And when you spike your insulin, you kind of are holding on to fat. So, it kind of just depends on what your goal is. If you don't care about fat, which would be probably Sebby's situation,
yeah,
then you're fine. But if you're like, trying to lose weight, then keep that in mind. The lower carb you go, probably the better. So, yeah, I'm going to make this peanut butter. Let me grab some peanut butter.
Then,
and if you're really into cooking, you can use a Vitamix to make peanut butter from scratch, which is what I like to do. It's amazing. It tastes really, really creamy.
And plus, it's for free. Well, you have to get some items, but you don't have to buy the peanut butter. So if you bought items to make it, then you won't have to buy any.
So this is going to sound really weird, but if you miss cereal at all, keto cereal is like $30 for 3 boxes or something like that on Amazon. So one thing that I do with the kids is I just grab a bowl. I know this is going to sound weird, half and half. It's half cream, half milk, is what we call in America milk. But actually what comes out of the cow udders, learned this from a farmer, is half and half. They just take this cream off and use the cream to make like whipping cream and stuff like that, and butter. But technically what comes out of the cow, which people probably normally would have drunk that first, is half and half, which the fat actually helps you to metabolize the sugar, the lactose in it. So we do, and it tastes so good. It's like perfect. It's half and half, it's perfectly balanced as the Lord made it. Just kidding. So we put half and half, and then we put Chicharones, and we put stevia and cinnamon. And cinnamon helps lower your blood sugar. So that would be almost like a cinnamon toast crunch cereal. And then the other one that we do is you can take this and it's a little bit more complicated, but you can use peanut butter and chocolate and make almost like a Muddy Buddy, and you can either use it as a Muddy Buddy or you can make it into like a peanut butter cocoa cereal, which is amazing. The only recommendation I have with that is you don't want to put it in the fridge like I did the first time I did it. I was like impatient, and then it made the chicharrones inside the coating a little bit more mushy. Not mushy, but I don't know. Like when it went in the fridge, it collected moisture, and when it came out, it kind of lost its crunch the way you want it to be with cereal. So I know it sounds super, super weird, but you've got to try it before you knock it, because I would have never been into chicharrones, never. Like every time I would go into the store, I would skip chicharrones. But these ones taste like bugles. They're like soft and delicious, and I love bugles. And so I really recommend like a soft version of it. These are only $1 at Aldi. So I go there, I literally buy like 10 to 20 every time I go practically.
You mean if you buy 10, it's only $10.
Exactly. So it's not that bad, considering how much good it does for us, snack-wise and stuff like that.
And if you buy 20, it's just $20.
So
Aldi's has pretty much the best deals there is.
Yeah. So that's the thing, is that for $20 to get snacks and flour that I'm gonna be able to bake at a 0-carb thing, then that's pretty good for us, for our family. So till next time.
It's burning.
Okay. So again, you could add lime and make it almost like a key lime. We're not gonna do that. Sebby wants peanut butter, so we're going for peanut butter. And it just so happens that I did just run out of peanut butter, both homemade and the one that I buy. Give me a second. And we normally buy Laura Scudder's organic old-fashioned peanut butter, and this is bomb. So normally I use this one because it's just something about it is more salty and I don't want to say oily. This one's just super creamy, so this is almost better as a dip, the homemade one. This one is better for a yogurt for some reason, but I am going to add salt and try and make sure it's okay. And he wants chocolate chips in it, so I'm telling you, I crave this almost every day. It tastes almost like a peanut butter ice cream. It's so bomb.
Oh, and also, you can also hold on, I forgot what I was going to say.
Sorry, I cut you off, but you caught me off too. Just kidding. So, okay, so I'm just going to blend up these really quick since...
yeah, there's healthy chocolate chips and Smart and Final.
Yes. So this is my Vitamix.
And they're dark, which means it's very good for you.
Yeah.
If they're really dark, 100% dark, they're 100% healthy.
But we buy the semi-sweet because they're made with stevia, so that's okay. So, we're just going to quickly add in some peanuts, depending on how much peanut butter you want. I'm trying to fill this kind of. So, I'm going to want more. And you're going to need, it's about 3 cups right there. So you're going to definitely need the little to go down. So I will say only a Blend Tech or a Vitamix will do this. I bought this for $75 off a guy out of his garage here in California. So you can definitely find it for much cheaper than retail price. And they have a warranty guarantee that if you trade in any Vitamix, whether it's a vintage one or a new one, they'll give you $100 towards a new one. So you can't go wrong buying one less than $100 used in a way, because these things are like a steel tank when you look at their little metal engine underneath. Some people say they can blend up a car tire. So they're very, very strong. You have to be careful with the blades. Make sure they never loosen. Tighten them if you see that. But other than that, I love my Vitamix, and I use it all the time. It's great for shakes.
Oh yeah, we also make healthy milkshakes.
True.
And they're very good.
Okay, I'm gonna blend it. It's not gonna take too long.
Yeah, not gonna take too long. Look, it's already crushed up. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time.
If you've never had homemade peanut butter, if you're a foodie, it's bomb.
Yeah, and if you don't want to buy any peanut butter and waste your money, well then, if you have the ingredient, if you have some peanuts then and some salt, you can make it like salty peanuts.
I'm gonna add. Well, I'll probably add.
Well, all you need is peanuts actually, but hey, you can use salt.
Okay. So I've got one big old scoop.
Yee!
And I'm gonna do 2. Okay, so I'm probably gonna add another cup to this, maybe even 2. Make sure I have enough to fill that up. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna add stevia to this because even though I added vanilla stevia, this one for some reason is a little less flavorful when you add it with the sourness of the yogurt. So I want it to be extra flavorful because this is not normally how I make it. So I want somebody to enjoy it. That's what I love about cooking, is making people happy. Is making them, feel yummy about their food.
Oh yeah, and also whenever I just want yogurt, you gotta know that I'm always gonna want peanut butter yogurt, Mama. Always peanut butter yogurt with chocolate chips when I want yogurt.
So yeah, my husband, he makes the best omelets, right, Subby?
Yeah.
Mommy gets jealous. I'm like, how? Why? Can you make eggs better than me? The most simplest thing. Just kidding. According to Gordon Ramsay, he makes all his chefs make eggs in every kind of way. So pretty smart.
We know who makes fluffy eggs.
Yes.
They're like, the omelets are like super fluffy when you eat them.
Okay, so it gets this peanut buttery color. I might need a little bit more. That is perfection, Subby. I think this one might be better than the Laura Scudder one. It just needed extra peanut butter or something. I'm gonna eat it all, Subby.
No.
Stop me now. Stop me now. Where's all the chocolate chips? You guys took it. Your fingers are in front of the camera. I only have the dark chocolate chips. You want dark chocolate chips or you want the stevia ones?
Dark.
Okay.
Hold on, which one do you usually do?
I don't know. I used to do the dark ones and then we started buying the stevia ones. The dark ones are the thick ones, the big ones.
I like thick.
These do have a little bit of sugar in them.
That's pretty bad. But hey, I like it. I like it.
Okay, so now you can see it's almost like a little yogurt ice cream. And it's amazing.
Stop eating mine. Stop.
Stop you now.
Okay, I'll make you.
Wow. That is the best.
Oh, look, I'm still recording right now.
You can stop recording.
Thanks.
Okay, so our Jell-O is looking very
This yellow.
Jell-O-y.
Yellow.
Okay, so this is something that would be delicious if you like it with whipped cream. That's from yesterday, but bomb.com. I'm going to try that right now with Macy. And so as for snacks, like everybody kind of knows the general like nuts and cheese. And I would even say I made for someone one time a trail mix. And I used stevia chocolate chips. I used regular, get your hands off of that. I used regular nuts, and I used cashew nuts, and then I did Chicharones, and I put stevia and cinnamon on it, and it was bomb. It was like Chex. It's like adding in Chex, you know. It was really good, but sorry, M&A, because you don't eat that stuff, and I kind of taste tested you the wrong way. So, anyways, yeah, delicious. And I mean, of course, anything with eggs, like you can make like little egg muffins. You can boil eggs and just eat a boiled egg. You can make an egg salad. You can make an omelet. I mean, everybody knows that. You can add whipping cream, add some vegetables if you want to, and then you can also, you know, like you can do sliders, like egg sliders instead of hamburger sliders, and put like bacon, cheese, and avocado in the middle of them, you know, like a toothpick or something. So that's like another option. But as far as the chicharrones, there's a lot more options that you can do with it. So for instance, you can do like a cheesecake bomb and dip it in like cheesecake. I know it sounds weird, but I did a cheesecake with that as the breading on the bottom, like the crust. Just mixed it with stevia, and you can either do a chocolate crust with chocolate chips, or you can do, you know, like a graham cracker, like a cinnamony thing. And it is really, really good. So you can do that. You can do almost like a cannoli. That's actually my favorite dessert. Chicharrone is like a cannoli, which I think is basically like, I want to say cream cheese, whipped cream, a little bit of lemon, a little bit of stevia. It's really simple. You just whip it up. Again, any kind of mousse, like chocolate mousse with whipped cream on top, is going to be bomb. If you do like cream cheese, whipped cream, if you do, cream cheese, whipped cream, chocolate, and stevia, that basically makes like a mousse, you know what I mean? And that is really yummy. You can also do like an ice cream, anything with whipped cream on top of that, like chocolatey topping. There's a pudding out there. There's a pudding out there that is all eggs, boiled eggs and whipped cream. Or you can do coconut oil. And it's actually really good. So I think I'm going to make that today for Elena because she's feeling sick. And I just want her to eat like healthy things that will just kind of calm her belly down, and help her recover, because she's actually going through COVID. So, and she's not feeling good, you know, fevers and the whole nine. So, anyway, so yeah, I'm going to check my notes and think of something else. Hey guys, just kidding. What did I say I was gonna make right now? I totally forgot. You can make candy with gelatin. That's another idea. I'm trying to think what other. All my notes are on my phone. I can't think right now. There's something in here that I'm thinking of. Gosh dang it, I can't remember right now. What is it that I'm thinking? So, of course, you can make pancakes, you can make muffins, you can make all these different things, again, using like eggs, whipped cream, a little bit of chicharrone. You want it to just get that really good, like, wheat look to it. You don't want to put too much chicharone, it's going to make it too dense, and you want to put too little, that'll make it more liquidy. That's like, maybe if you're going for a pancake taste, you might put a little less. So it kind of just depends on that. Give me a minute. Go for it. It's recording.
Okay.
Stop doing that, Debbie. Stop for a minute. Okay, so the other things that you can do with chicharrones. Okay, also pizza. Pizza breading. I had a hard time with that for a while, and so finally I was able to do the bread recipe that I have on there. Just do it flat and do pizza, like sauce, homemade, and cheese and pepperonis. Which brings me to another thing that's really good is if you just put pepperonis in the microwave for like 30 seconds, they harden up. Stop. They harden up and they're like a chip, and you can even dip it in like cheese. So I don't know if you're into that kind of thing, but it's an option. Then the other thing that is, sometimes they just eat it out of the freezer. So I buy pepperonis in bulk, like say 10, 18 bucks, a big thing at Smart and Final. Stick it in the freezer, and then you always have some kind of protein snack. Watch out for your nitrates. But also, with the chicharrones, like, I know it sounds weird, but they taste good with whipped cream. Depending on maybe how you do it, maybe some stevia and then cinnamon. And they taste good, even with just regular cheese in the microwave for a minute. And you can dip it in salsa. Same thing, you can just dip it in guac. You can dip it in hummus. So there's a lot of options. It's basically your chip replacement. So there's a lot of options that you can do that just kind of fill that craving. And I mean, all those dips are going to have a little bit of carbs, but you're talking about, say, 2 carbs per tablespoon, say, or 1 carb, you know. So once you get a whole bowl of it, depending on how much you want to eat of it, you're going to be, maybe not the hummus. The hummus is probably high carby. But maybe you're really craving it and it has the protein. So basically, you're talking about the total snack is about 5 carbs. So I try and keep most things under 10 carbs. You know, if I can get 0, then great, but that's almost impossible. So then it's like, okay, the next goal is under 5 carbs. The next goal is under 10 carbs. For a dinner, I might be aiming for less than 30 carbs. Like, maybe I didn't eat breakfast and lunch, but my meal is going to be, you know, if I'm doing meat and vegetables, half and half. So my plate would normally be half, like, say, a steak, and then half, I don't know, cauliflower rice. I might even do 2 vegetables. But it's a lot faster to cook, you know. Your dinner's done in 20-30 minutes because the meat takes about 20 minutes and the vegetables take, you know, say 5, 10, 20 minutes plus all the seasonings and everything. So it comes out a lot quicker, a lot faster, more beautiful. Shout out to Pastor Werner, because PW, just kidding, because he was saying, like, that he put, like, the poached eggs and the balsamic vinegar on top of, like, chorizo and a stir fry, and I was like, you got my heart. That sounds amazing. But yeah, so anything like that, you know, to make it more enjoyable, add a little sauce. That's another thing, is I end up making a homemade ketchup, and I gotta show you that. So stay right there. I have it right here. So they have puree ketchup in the tomato aisle. It's like, so there's like tomato cans, and then right before it there was like tomato paste. So this is a tomato puree, which is what you would want to make. So I didn't have to make the puree from scratch. It doesn't have any additives. It's from Italy. And so then I just added all the stuff in there. Literally just opened it up and added everything in. I put garlic powder and stevia for sweetener. I put onion powder, and just I think mustard powder and a little bit, tiny bit of clove powder, I want to say. And you can look up any ketchup recipe and decide what you want to put in it or not. But I did that, and it tastes bomb. So I was really happy about that discovery. Kara helped me with that. She also helped me with finding like a tortilla, a low carb tortilla, which basically what I do, I have a special device. Thank you to my lovely hubby for all the appliances he buys me. Very blessed with that. And of course, I go to Pastor Warren's house, and now I want another appliance. Just kidding. I'm happy with what I have. But so this, you just take it and you dip it in, and you can just do egg yolks and a little bit of orange cheese. If you're going for more of a savory taste, you can just do egg whites. You could fluff them. You could not fluff them. But these kind of make a really great simple tortilla. And you can do it on a regular frying pan. You just want to do it thin, you know. Yeah, basically egg whites, salt, and stevia is basically what you're going to end up doing. And then sometimes, like, our biggest cheat meal of the week might be regular tortillas, but if I'm going to do tortillas, I'm going to do Romeros, which are organic, and they're like 6 to 7 carbs per each. And I'm only going to do 3 or 4 of them, or maybe even just 2. Macy, pay attention. Don't worry about that. Just worry about, yeah. So that's the thing, is just don't just leave your feet alone. Let him touch it. I don't care. So yeah, so just that's the highest carby, like that's the only like carb from like corn or potato or anything like that we do. Everything else is either a vegetable carb or yeah. So vegetables each night, and then yeah, like you saw the snacks earlier, it might be higher in fat content, which is very therapeutic. And higher fat content is very therapeutic for type 1s. So, yeah. not for me, not for someone who's trying to lose weight. So if you want to cut out the fat, but the fat does make you feel satiated and full and satisfied and happy. So don't skip out on it either. Like, we cook all of our food in butter. Like our chicken, it makes it kind of brine down. You know what I mean? It breaks down the meat to a softer meat. So like, yeah, instead of using a brine and marinating it, it's really quick. You just put the butter in there. It tastes great, and we do it with the vegetables, and it just makes everything taste better. So we might do Brussels sprouts one night with just butter, or even like we might do what else do we do? Red peppers, orange and yellow. I like Aldi. They all come in like little packages, so they stay better. And then we just fill it up with stuff. You can either do cauliflower rice, you can do burger type of thing, which I have tons of burgers in the freezer. And then you can just add cheese on top. And we do, what other vegetables we do? We do asparagus with lemon and butter. And we do, one of my other is green beans with mozzarella and even a little cream cheese and Parmesan and garlic.
Mommy, someone's calling you.
Okay. Let's stop the video then. Okay, so this is how the peanut butter looks when you're done blending it. It's so good. Oh my god, warm and delicious.
Okay, I did.
Okay, so one last thing, if you're going a little sweeter, if you're going a little carbier, which sometimes we do instead of eating a candy, we'll do like a fruit-based thing. So you can either add raspberries in, you can do a yogurt bark, put it in the freezer with the raspberries, or and again, like just some stevia, and it's delicious even without it. Honestly, if you get a high quality yogurt like from Trader Joe's, they don't always go there, but there's a lot you can do with fruit, obviously. And then just give me a second, I'm gonna grab this appliance. This is called a Yonana's machine, and it makes a soft serve ice cream. So don't mind that it's messy because someone touched it. Anyways, so this, yeah, basically you just throw your frozen fruit in there, and then you can add whipped cream, anything you want, and just it comes out the bottom, and you've got some kind of ice cream, and it is amazing. And I don't know what else to say. It's like instant. So if you're having guests over, the way I organize my fridge is I have fruit in my freezer. So in a hamburger, obviously, like meats, fish, you can instantly fry. You've got a quick, high protein snack straight out of the freezer. Same with chicken. I cook it right out of the
Even yellow.
freezer. So yeah, so basically I've got fruit, a bunch on hold, like mango and peach and all these different things. So you can make peaches and cream ice cream. You can do all kinds of stuff instantly with this. Then in my fridge, the first shelf, like an old standard fridge, first top shelf is going to be all creams. So whipping cream, yogurt, sour cream, all that stuff. Then the second one is proteins. I'm going to have eggs, chorizo, steak, pastor, just all that stuff. And then the bottom with the two drawers is gonna basically be like all the vegetables. So in the drawers are my vegetables, and then I have a tiny little shelf on the bottom just for maybe extras, leftovers. I have zero carb pasta, which I'll show you right now. It's called Miracle Noodles. And then I have like sometimes I'll put fresh fruit. Like sometimes we'll buy fresh fruit for the kids on the weekends, so they can just enjoy something sweet and fun. And you can take grapes and cut them in half and add stevia and a little bit of like citric acid, which I have from doing other recipes, which is really good at taking rust off. It's basically vitamin C. So basically you can put that on there, and you've got like what is it called? It's like gummies. What are they called? Sour Patch Kids, because Debbie likes Sour Patch Kids. So we did that recipe one time. I'm gonna throw this in the sink again. Anyway, so I mean, there's some stuff that's that's low enough carb that you can maybe get away with it, like popcorn. The other thing that I found, which was a really yummy choice, was I got Chicharones, and I bought from Amazon some cheese dust, like 0 carb cheese powder, and I just would mix it with a little bit of cayenne and paprika and a little bit of garlic and a little bit of onion, and that makes like a Dorito. Ooh, and those are amazing. Those are so dang good. And then, I mean, they have the white cheddar popcorn that I love, so I'll buy it, and it has like added with whey protein, and so
Even me, Macy.
Smart food. I love smart food, so that's kind of a lower carb. It's maybe not the best for your tummy, but if you're okay with a little bit of carbs, I mean, that's how I look at it, is like, what are my goals, you know? I want to keep burning fat. Maybe today I'm more like wanting to cheat, wanting to, you know, treat myself, maybe or I'm on a trip, so I'm going to cheat. Or maybe sometimes I'm like, man, I'm motivated. I want to burn more fat. Like, I want less carbs. Like, I just came back from a trip, so now I'm like, nah, I don't want to do too much. I don't want to get too crazy with the carbs, you know? So I think that's kind of like having in mind that the lower carb you go, the better goals you're going to see. Obviously, like someone who's doing carnivore doesn't even have to work out, and they're like literally ripped with muscles. I seen a girl been doing carnivore for 20 years, and she's got like a straight up 6-pack abs, and that is completely from diet. She does not work out. So that's some of the motivation for it, is that I'm at home all the time, and so that makes it a lot easier to get like a body, because your body, the only way I can explain it, the way it feels, is that like your body's firing on all cylinders. You got plenty of protein and amino acids that you're just like, my muscles are ready to go, I want to work out, I want to pop. And so the carnivore is like, makes you feel that way. Now keto has a higher fat content and has vegetables involved. That's more for the enjoyment. Like my husband, like, okay, let's do this together. We'll do meat and vegetables, so it's not too crazy. And then, yeah, and like if you're eating out, like then I'll get a lettuce wrap burger or a salad with meat, and then just ask for specialty if you have the time, or you can do that. Just, cut this out and put this in. You know, many times, like, oh, rice is on, like, say, a Mexican restaurant. Oh, it's beans and rice on the side. Can I just get salad on the side? And usually they will, and it's bomb. It's delicious. I had steak with, like, I made steak fries, basically. Just cut them in that thing, and then just dipped them in guacamole and cheese, nacho cheese, and it was amazing. Way better than any nacho steak fries I've ever bought, and so that was really amazing. I'm trying to think. Oh, let me show you the miracle noodles. Let me see here. Thank you, Harold. So they have konjac rice, miracle noodles. And they have like a fettuccine one. So this with like a little bit of a sauce, like a Alfredo sauce or any kind of sauce, is really good. So try it. You can get them for $2 in the fridge section in Walmart, or you can just get them on Amazon, like a pack. Honey, you gotta stay in the middle. Or you can get a pack of like 10 or 6 for $10. So it's worth it some nights, and then obviously soups. You can do tons of soups. Just keep. Okay, come on up here, baby. Yeah. So yeah, it just depends on your goal. Low carb, I would say, is about 80 to 100 carbs, and then if you're talking about keto, I'm thinking like maybe 30, 60, 80 max carbs per day. And then Atkins is a more strict version of keto. It's about 30 carbs a day. And then carnivore I would consider anywhere from 0 to 30 carbs, because nothing is 0 carbs. So you're talking about, you know, hey baby. So if you're talking about even eggs, you know what I mean? Like you're talking about like, okay, that's 5 carbs or whatever. So it's still gonna have some carbs. So for the whole day, I try and look at every snack or every meal under 5 or 10 carbs. maybe 15 if I'm going crazy with it. Maybe there's fruit involved. It's like a cheesecake with raspberry on it and whipped cream. But yeah, I mean, and then and even that, you can still keep it low carb. And then at night, dinner is really where, if I cheat, that's where it's gonna be. I'm gonna maybe be under 30 carbs. Maybe it's 20 carbs, you know, for the meal. I try and keep it probably to about 20 carbs, you know, so I'm not spiking my insulin too much. So yeah, if you're diabetic, it's gonna, you know, type 2 diabetes. I've heard of people reversing it in 6 months on carnivore. So it's super healing for the body. And like I said, that lady that was all ripped, you know what I mean, doing carnivore for 20 years, it kind of just shows like, hey, you know, whatever you believe, like, it's obviously really good for the body. You know what I mean? The body, it's optimal, you know? And even older people, I've seen a lot of older people do it and just go from, you know, kind of just older looking to like just really ripped and just feeling great, you know? And so, sorry, it's his feeding time. So, we're going to do that right now. And, just, much love from the Pinnock family, and we'll talk soon. So yeah, so it's all just about picking the most nutrient dense thing that you can, or just finding something for an enjoyment to keep you going. I found my stevia chocolate chips. They're like 30 carbs for 30 chocolate chips, and they're like the regular size of a regular chocolate chip, you know. So these are great. You can get the mini ones, and it's 30 carbs for 60 chocolate chips. So very low carb. You're getting the carbs from the cocoa, which has electrolytes. So your body does need a processed food. This is the Chicharones. I want to show you eating the Jell-O, because that's done. And there's more snacks. I was thinking like, okay, so if you have honey ham and you want to put like cream cheese inside, or you could do, they have like these folio cheese wraps. Let me show you right here. And they, I'll pull them out. Aldi's has them. They have like a mozzarella type one and then a cheddar one. So as you can see, they put like lettuce and chicken. So it's like a cheese wrap. And you can do that with like ham and turkey. You can just wrap it and put some cheese inside. It's kind of like your cheese and crackers type deal. And again, you could probably do, I am going to do a recipe here soon for crackers where you just like, probably like Chicharones and just like orange cheese in the blender. And you can probably make like Cheez-It type of a thing. So there really is a lot of options if you start. The way I look at it is like, what do I love? And like, let me try and make that. You know what I mean? And see if there's an option. And you know what it tastes like regularly. If you know how to cook, then you can kind of like go based off of that and just kind of like, you know, use your imagination a little bit. Like, okay, it should taste a little bit like this. It should taste cheesy, or it should taste a little bit bready, and then just use cheese and bread or whatever. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I think I'm going to taste test this right now. This is my first time trying this kind. I tried grape yesterday. Let's see if I have a spoon available. Sun is blocking it right now. Okay. Now you won't do it. Oh, let me video you. You. Oh, you little cutie. Okay, so I know I'm gonna give this a little checkity check yourself. So it's blue. That came out much better than yesterday's. And I like it better, a little bit more flubbery, not so super hard. Delicious. Seriously. I just had to add a little bit more flavor. I mean, I'm used to stevia, so I'm used to kind of like sugar substitutes, and I don't actually like the regular sugar as much now. Oh, Harold wants some. And the other thing is, if you're out and about at the store, here you go, Harold. Around. Harold, you want it? No. Come on. Come on, baby. Yeah, so, if you want, at the store, I would say Vitamin Water Triple X or any of the other ones, Vitamin Water Zeros. Those are gonna be your best bet, like at the store. They're like under 5 carbs for the whole drink, and it has erythritol, but it's they say that it passes through your system, whereas like sucralose and maltodextrin you want to stay far away from. It'll like mess with your liver enzymes and stuff like that. So I would do Vitamin Water Zero if I was at the store. So sometimes I crave that if I want like a more carby drink. But honestly, I don't. I prefer the stevia, which is 0 carbs, and it actually lowers your blood sugar. So if you're diabetic or type 2 diabetic, it shouldn't spike you at all. In fact, it might lower you, depending on what stage you're in, disease-wise, I guess. What was I going to say? Gosh, something about that. The drinks. Oh, yes. So many people will tell you about Zevia with a Z, EVIA. And they sell it at Smart and Final. And they have root beer, cream soda, ginger ale, and one more, Coca-Cola. So it's a blue one. And yeah, and they do 4 different sodas. They have ones online on Amazon that are like fruit punch and green apple, like kid friendly. And those are really delicious. They have grape ones. The grape ones are my favorite. And then probably cream soda is my second. Then Coca-Cola, then root beer. I don't know. So yeah, those are really good. And they're 0 carb. They'll lower your sugar. Like Sebi, he could drink like 3 of those and still like have a good blood sugar. Maybe even go lower or something like that. So that's a great thing if you're trying to lose weight and you're addicted to soda, like, you know, or you just want something soda fizzy, you know. Those are for sure just, you know, flavorings and stevia, and so you can't go wrong with that. And when you're buying stevia, make sure that you're not getting anything that's cut with erythritol or, you know, maltodextrin or dextrose, because all that is gonna, especially maltodextrin and dextrose will spike you. And erythritol will spike you because it has carbs, but it's not as bad for you. But it's just, if you're trying to do 0 carb recipes, I'm not going to really, I have erythritol with monk fruit in my pantry if I'm baking and I kind of want that as an option. Same with xylitol and some of these other options if I see a recipe. But generally speaking, I'm going to stick to stevia powder, stevia vanilla, you know, because those are your lowest carb, you know, if you're trying to go like more strict on it. So yeah, that's all my thoughts. It was a really long one, so I hope it wasn't too long. Love you guys and have a great day. Last but not least, I would say you can do vegetables and dip, obviously. So celery with cream cheese, celery with peanut butter. That was something that Sebi really liked when he came home from the hospital. And then even like stuff in the freezer. So like I do like I love Reese's, so like I would do like a Reese's replacement. So I'll do like peanut butter and stevia, and do 1 layer like little peanut butter bars with chocolate. Like get some Lindt chocolate, you know, like I don't know, 100%, and add stevia or something. Just like not boil it, but you know what I mean. Double burner it and add a little stevia, and you can even use it in the microwave and just make up a little bar. You can use actual dark chocolate bars, like the little squares, and like take it and just like dip it in peanut butter. So like that's a really quick way of getting a little Reese's flavor tasting. There's dark chocolate with raspberry crisps inside, and it's amazing. And raspberry is really good for your body and for your liver. It's super detoxifying and cleansing. It has like an SPF of 50 if you use raspberry seed oil on your skin, which means that it really gets rid of free radicals, which is great for anybody and everybody. So that means inside your body or outside of your body, it's going to be really good for you. So hopefully that's the last of the last. But yeah. And if you want to check out some other videos, there'll be like the bread recipe, the jello, like more in depth, like how to do it. This is more just like ideas, like thoughts, things to think about that might just keep you going. So yeah. Okay, I know I keep thinking it's the last of the last and then I think of something else, but basically like I saw somebody do a recipe the other day where you do, so with the peanut butter bars, like you could do similar like kind bars. You could do almonds and then add stuff on top, coconut and chocolate. So you could do something like that, almost like an almond bar. I did one like that one time and it was so good. My lemonade jar Harold just grabbed. The other one you can do is you can get nuts. I love nuts with a glaze on it, and you can just put it on top of a stovetop. I'm going to probably video that. And you just put it on top of a stovetop, and then you add the vanilla stevia, and you add that stuff. Instead of baking it, the oils come out when you don't even need oil. You just put it in the stovetop, and the oils will come out of the peanut, and it will help bake it. And so then you do it, and then you add water, and then it dehydrates as you cook it longer, and then it crusts up. And so it gives you like a glaze on top of the peanuts, which is delicious. So like I love glazed cashews. So I know cashews are higher carb. Again, that would kind of be similar to like chocolate chip cookies almost, like if you were to eat that with chocolate chips, cashews, or then like the chocolate chip muffins, like I was telling you, is so good. Oh, in the baby cakes, but you can do it in the regular, any kind of oven. So check out the muffin recipe, because that, or the donut recipe, that one will for sure fulfill your cravings of like, I don't know, like a little chocolate chip muffin or something like that. So more recipes to come.